Strap into your fighting chair and get ready for an unforgettable adventure, because today we're heading down to the Old Dominion to check out the Virginia Beach fishing scene. We'll go over top spots, seasonality, ways to go fishing, and show you some impressive catches from fishing booker customers. But before we do, be sure to like and subscribe to stay up on all our future angling videos. You might be thinking, why out of all the places on the East Coast should I choose Virginia Beach as my next fishing destination? Well, for one, the city sits at the mouth of the Chesapeake Bay, which is the country's largest and arguably most important inshore fishery. It's also one of the most productive striped bass fisheries in the US. Locally referred to as rockfish, the best time to target them in Virginia Beach is spring and fall. Just keep in mind that they're highly regulated in Virginia's waters, and seasonal closures vary year to year. Restrictions also differ depending on whether you're fishing in the bay versus out in the ocean, so it's super important to check with the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources before planning your trip. If you're already sticking to inshore waters, you'll also want to keep an eye out for redfish. They're typically caught in the warmer months of the year, roughly from May through October, with peak season being in late summer and early fall. And if you're testing your trolling skills in either inshore or nearshore waters, a fun fish to find at the end of your line is Spanish mackerel. Their peak season falls during the summer months, roughly between June and September, and they provide a great fight for both novice and expert anglers, making them the ideal summer charter fishing target. Another fishing staple in Virginia Beach is cobia. Due to their size, power, and fighting ability, they're a more common target among skilled fishermen. The best time to go after them is from late spring through early fall, with peak seasons falling between June and August. And if you're looking to go the extra mile, hop on a charter boat to explore the deeper waters of the Atlantic. Virginia Beach is one of the top locations along the East Coast for targeting white marlin. The best time to land one is typically during the late summer and early fall months. Catching a marlin is a thrilling experience, but it's important to note that they are highly skilled predators, so landing one requires a combination of the right gear, technique, and sometimes a bit of luck. This is why we recommend downloading the Fishing Booker app or visiting us online to browse the best fishing charters in Virginia Beach. And while you're already out in deeper waters, why not add the likes of mahi-mahi, wahoo, tuna, and many other pelagic species to your list. Now that you have a better idea of what species you can catch while fishing in Virginia Beach, let's find out where to find them. You can access incredible fishing locations without ever setting foot off land. One of the area's top shore fishing spots is Rudee Inlet, where you can hook into a solid number of speckled trout, redfish, and striped bass. Another is Chic's Beach, where you can cast around the pilings of the Chesapeake Bay Bridge and come up with many of the same species, even including sharks. Fishing from structures is super advantageous too. There are several excellent fishing piers in town, including both Lynnhaven and Virginia Beach Fishing Pier, where you can reach your bag limit on many of the inshore species we just mentioned. If you're heading out on a smaller boat or kayak, then Lynnhaven Bay, Chesapeake Bay Bridge, and Back Bay National Wildlife Refuge are your go-to places. Lynnhaven Bay's sprawling marshes provide an excellent habitat for trout and smaller redfish, while Chesapeake Bay Bridge will give you a wider range of species from spadefish to even cobia. And last but not least, if you're heading out on an offshore charter boat, you're gonna wanna hit the Chesapeake Light Tower, Triangle Wrecks, and Norfolk Canyon. The last mentioned being an excellent area to hook into white and blue marlin, various tuna species, and many other pelagics. This leads us to our next question. What are some of the various ways to go about fishing in Virginia Beach? Well, we sort of already touched on this just a moment ago. The main ways being from shore, pier, kayak, or boat. If you've got your own gear, shore fishing can be a productive way to catch fish on a budget. Spend a few hours relaxing on the beach and head home with some fresh fillets at the end of the day. Fishing on a kayak or a paddleboard opens up a whole range of spots that you just can't hit from shore. It also lets you escape the crowds when the beach gets busy. Renting kayaks and paddleboards is pretty straightforward in Virginia Beach. If you're not sure which one you should get, our blog article on paddleboards versus kayaks might help. While all these options are excellent for experienced anglers, a charter boat is perhaps the best way to guarantee fish in the bucket, especially if you're a beginner. You'll have the captain's expertise and state-of-the-art equipment at your disposal, be able to reach more remote spots, and use a wider range of techniques to catch fish. As mentioned earlier, you can download our app or head to fishingbooker.com to find the perfect Virginia Beach fishing charter for you. Before you set out on your adventure, there are just a few more things we need to cover. First and foremost, everyone over the age of 16 will need to buy a fishing license unless you're fishing on a charter boat. Your captain's license will cover everyone on board, which saves you the hassle of having to get one. On the other hand, if you're fishing on your own, you'll need to obtain a fishing license. You can check out our full blog article for more detailed information about them, and to purchase one online, visit gooutdoorsvirginia.com. It's also very important to pay attention to size and bag limits, as well as open and closed seasons for specific species. For example, striped bass fishing in the Chesapeake Bay differs from that in the Atlantic Ocean based on things like migrational patterns, spawning, and other factors. Another species we've talked about that has seasonal closures throughout the year is cobia. Keep in mind that these dates may vary year to year, so it's important to always stay up to date and check the Virginia Department of Wildlife Resources website before you head out. Luckily, if you're fishing on a charter boat, it's your captain's job to know all this information so that you don't have to worry about it yourself. And that's it. When you're finally ready to check out Virginia Beach for yourself, download the Fishing Booker app or visit us online. You'll be able to browse and compare fishing charters, read customer reviews, and book your trip in just a few taps. So what are you waiting for? Head over to the App Store or go to fishingbooker.com to experience fishing in Virginia Beach today.